Hi, my name is Joseph Parker, WBO champion of the world, and you're watching Sporting Icons.
So Anthony Joshua has said that he would eat Deontay Wilder, and this all comes from Eddie Hearn saying that he messaged Anthony Joshua the weight for Deontay Wilder on the scales the day before Wilder sparked out and dominated Bermane Stiverne in the first round. And this is what Eddie Hearn had to say. In 2018, we want to see Deontay Wilder against Anthony Joshua, no question. I was really interested to see the weight of Deontay Wilder on the scales, 15 stone 9. I texted that to Anthony Joshua today. Deontay Wilder is 15 stone 9. I shouldn't really tell you the reply, but it was, I'll eat him. And the size difference is huge. It's 2.5 stone between those two. So that was Eddie Hearn's statement via Anthony Joshua, if you like. So what he's saying is, though, that because of the size of Deontay Wilder, he's too skinny. In other words, he can't take the shots that Anthony Joshua would dish out. And I can certainly see that point. And I've always said that if Anthony Joshua was to connect with Deontay Wilder, we've seen Deontay Wilder do the Bambi dance a couple of times. And if Anthony Joshua was to connect with Deontay Wilder, which I fully expect him to, by the way, then it's all over. He's not going to be able to take the shots. His legs are not going to be able to absorb the shock. But let's be real about it. I mean, 220 pounds, 15 stone 9 that's what makes him fast. And Wilder always comes in there or thereabouts. I don't think I've really seen Wilder go much above 230 before. So he's there, and that's what gives him the speed. But his power is still there. And it was much the same with David Haye. David Haye was always the smaller guy compared to the heavyweights, but he had the speed and he had the power, and that's what killed a lot of opponents. And Deontay Wilder is pretty much the same, albeit a taller, skinnier version of David Haye. But I think that what Anthony Joshua is saying here is that he's too skinny. He can't take the punishment. But of course, you know, the worrying thing for me is not only the power from Deontay Wilder, but for the fact that Anthony Joshua has gassed on a couple of occasions, and Deontay Wilder has the engine of a racehorse. He can go 12 rounds, no problem, and still have the power to detonate even in the last minute of the 12th round if necessary. And we've seen it on a few occasions where he stopped opponents in the late rounds. But the problem is, Anthony Joshua isn't those opponents. Anthony Joshua will be throwing big bombs himself. Deontay Wilder will be wary of Anthony Joshua's power, and knowing that if he gets hit with Anthony Joshua's big right, then it's over. There's no way out of it, and he's going to lose that fight. But likewise, and that's why I think that it's a very, very big fight. It's a decent fight, and it's a must fight for 2018. I know a lot of people are saying we want that fight now, no excuses, there's no reasons why it can't happen now. Well, there's 100 reasons why it can't happen now, and like I said before, like it or not, it's all about pay-per-view and revenue, and that kind of pay-per-view and revenue cannot be get in February, March time. Doesn't matter how you look at it, it cannot be gotten. So that's down to the fact that there's no big stadium free. Wembley's not free. And even if it was, there's no damn roof on it. February, March time, you know anything about the UK, it's nippy as hell. Just like this morning. You know, here we are early November up in Newcastle, and it's freezing. Ice on the cars. So you're going to be looking at similar come February, March time. Open roof, Wembley. No thank you. It's not just about the fighters, because obviously they will be warm and all that kind of thing. It's about the spectators sat there freezing their butt off. It ain't going to happen. The Millennium Stadium with the roof, again, that's not available. So it's going to have to be, if it's going to be February, March time, at the O2 in a small stadium. Do you want to see Deontay Wilder in a small stadium against Anthony Joshua? Or do you want, like the Klitschko fight, the big build-up and the huge stadium, record number pay-per-views, all this kind of thing? You may not care about how much Deontay Wilder gets paid. Deontay Wilder says he doesn't care either. I'm sure he does. Give him the option. Okay, let's fight February, March time, And due to the size of the purse, now he's saying that he wants 7 million against Dillian White, but you could say, well, he would actually get less to fight Anthony Joshua because Joshua will be the A side and he will get more money to fight at the O2 against Deontay Wilder. So therefore Deontay Wilder's purse would actually be less than what he would make against Dillian White because of the huge amount of money that Anthony Joshua takes himself. So if you give the choice, do you want to see him fight for a couple of million at the O2 or 10 million at Wembley only a couple of months later? Not that long to wait really, is it? But going back to his, I will eat Deontay Wilder. Yeah, I think he will too. I think that once he gets in range of Wilder, now Wilder will move around. He will use his feet very, very well. He's got a very long jab. It's a very good punishing jab as well. But I think Joshua's jab is better. As to who's got more power, it's kind of irrelevant. They both have knockout explosive power. And whoever lands first is going to win. But it's a case of, is Anthony Joshua more technical? Can he outmaneuver? Can he outwork Deontay Wilder? I think Deontay Wilder can outwork Anthony Joshua, but Joshua will be setting up that big right. Wilder isn't very good at setting up the rights at all. But anyway, that's for a discussion as and when that fight gets made. And I do believe it will be Wembley in 2018. If not, then it'll be at the Millennium Stadium toward the end of 2018. Not that long to wait really, is it? So anyway, drop yourself a comment below, click that thumbs up and subscribe.